any motherfucker who thinks Obafemi was fumbled, this, that, and the third because he didn't win the Royal Rumble, I mean this from the bottom of my balls, you might actually be spit. You are an actual crayon eater. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in and you weren't on your TV yesterday, it's one of those things that's just like, even if you don't really care about it, it's just like everyone watched it and talked about it. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday was the 2026 Royal Rumble. And now, what I will say overall to kick off the conversation is, if you're a person that's watching this video, you're likely a nerd. If you're a person that watches multiple of these videos, you really probably a nerd. But for a majority of people that don't watch wrestling all the time and come in and tune into the Royal Rumble, it was a cool show for 99% of the planet. This video is for those people that find themselves to be in the following 1%. And then there's people that are in the 1% of 1% of 1% that I am definitely not a part of. So if you view yourself like that, hey gang, all power to you. Not gonna lie, I think wrestling fans are kind of stupid. Spoilers. And it's not because you like wrestling. I think wrestling fans just subjectively are very emotional and stupid. But you'll see what I mean by that by guaranteed the end of this video. Let's go in order of how things went down, just so I don't lose plot points. Let's start off with the opener, which was the Women's Rumble match. A lot of shit went on in this year's match. Let's start off with the negatives for some people. Yeah, there wasn't any AJ, there wasn't any Trish Stratus, there wasn't any Paige, there wasn't who else? Over the top returns, depending who you are. Because there was indeed, in my opinion, at least a big time return in the Royal Rumble. And it was Big 30, man. Tiffany Stratton is back in WWE. I'm not going to lie. For those that don't know Tiff, she was the last WWE champion before she got jaded pretty badly. But yeah, Tiffany Stratton returned, probably the biggest return in the Rumble for the women's side, I would say. And overall, the match, I'm not going to lie, definitely better than last year for the nerds out there. Last year was pretty bad, but it's definitely either it's definitely was pretty good. Another return that was big time obviously was Brie Bella. I think Brie Bella was just to initiate that the Bellas are back. So yeah, you know, maybe the Bellas being back is more prominent than Tiffany Stratton here, but it doesn't matter. Point is, I definitely think that the women's match was certainly better than last year. Let's just kick that off. But overall, not bad at all. I think that the spots were cool. I think that the stories were told. I think this match in particular had a lot of tag teams in it. Because for some reason, right or wrong, time will tell if it's a good or bad thing, this year's Royal Rumble was plagued with injuries, especially for the women's side. But as a result, they had to rely on the recent emergence of the women's tag division telling the story in this Rumble. You saw Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, Asuka and Kairi Sane, Naomi and Lash Legend, even though you really didn't get to see him because I said Naomi, Nia Jax, I'm sorry, and Lash Legend because she got packed up. I was thinking people that couldn't make it there, and Naomi, LOL. The literal Bellas are hugging on the screen, yada, yada, yada. So I think Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair literally start off the goddamn match. Judgment Day, yes, yeah, et cetera, et cetera. You get the point. So they had to tell those stories. I think overall, it's easy to come to TSO Sage Chat or come to Twitter and say shit's mid, shit's ass, could be better. But I think they did a damn good job. I don't know what more we want from those stories. You saw some people that were through and through tag partners to the bitter end, like the Bellas. You saw some people have that awkward tension like Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. And then you had some people that you're pretty convinced is going to have a main event match. Speaking of main event matches, the winner was Liv Morgan. Before we talk about strictly what this means for Liv in the future, let's talk about main event. That's the thematic in transition here. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the MVP of this match is either of the following names that you'll see on this screen here: Lash Legend or Sol Ruka. And it honestly, genuinely isn't close. And this is not me being the NXT guy. I told you niggas I'm a casual. I'm really not over the top on push NXT people in the sense of they have to literally win titles and rumbles and chambers and all this stuff frame one. I think that is personally where the narc wrestling fan goes crazy wrong, because nobody who watched this didn't go, who's Lash Legend or who's Soruka by the end of the night. These two were on fucking timing the whole time, and it's crazy that some people fix their keyboards or lips and say they didn't look like stars were made tonight. Insane. So that was Soruka literally made it to the top 3. So yeah, these are definitely the MVPs. I don't do co-MVPs, but it's hard for me to decide. Gun to my head, I guess give me Soul. But it's hard to decide. Lash Legend had 5 eliminations. Like, Lash Legend literally was like, you know how there's always a person, whether it's a Kane, Nia Jax, whatever the case may be, ironically that's a teammate, that has to pack everybody the fuck up. That was Lash Legend. Lash Legend, like, literally was booting people out the fucking arena and shit like that. And then in regards to Sol Ruka, I mean, she just, like, literally looked the coolest the entire time. Except the very end. Not gonna lie. And maybe they're gonna book it as a rookie mistake. She would have gave the win to Liv anyway. I'm not gonna lie. We dead ass get this scene regardless. Hot take, major nitpick. Just let Sol do whatever the fuck she was gonna do to Tiffany Stratton anyway. Cause I don't know what the plan was, but she was not gonna stay on that apron. I don't know what it was. She was about to hit the nastiest soul snatcher of all time. I'm like, fucking do it. Might as well do it. Because I don't know if she hate Tiffy back there, but yeah, no, there was no way she was landing on that bitch. The question is, was Tiffy coming with her? I honestly would have rather them just done the fucking move. Regardless, and I think they didn't do it just because they really wanted to harp home that Liv Morgan does win this match. A lot of people are going to bitch about whoever wins the Rumble because it's the internet. There's never been a day that they haven't bitched about who won the Rumble. I mean, literally every year they've done it. But for me, I think this is honestly, and I do mean this genuinely, the hardest to bitch about winner in a long time. Like we're talking years hardest to bitch about. I don't know. And I'm not some Liv stan. So I break it down into, so here's my thing about wrestling fans. And this is why I think wrestling fans are kind of dumb. Okay. Because I've talked to NBA fans. They have their own thing, but at least their personal attachment is, you know, they're playing a sport and I want to be LeBron one day. They have anime fans. You know, their thing, that's kind of similar to WWE in a sense, but at least they're like cartoons and shit. So they're them at any given moment, you can just have somebody go to the moon, things like that, right? With wrestling fans, the reason why I don't know if y'all are the dumbest of the three, but your stupidity lies with this. The people who do have an issue, their thing is that Sol didn't win or Bianca wasn't healthy or Tiff didn't win. And I'm just like, what makes a good Royal Rumble winner? Having narratives, being a name worth winning, looking good the entire time, and most importantly, and it's kind of pseudo to having narratives, potential narratives, I'm sorry, but then already have build up to it. But Morgan has literally all 4 of those, like dead ass. She has the build up to it. She has the She has the potential matches to it, because whether Raquel Rodriguez wins or loses, that's a WrestleMania match. Whether it's, she literally has 3 different opponents for WrestleMania. I don't know. We could break it up. Obviously, she has the name, and then she literally been third, second in the fucking round. It doesn't make sense. So I genuinely just ask for like copium pills for niggas that are mad at Liv Morgan winning the Rumble. Them niggas need help.
Hi, I'm Carthu from the content you've seen stolen on this stream. And you're watching TSO Sage.
Now, in regards to just talking about her winning it, obviously, to me, she deserved it. Literally being like a constant runner-up or third place. And half the times we have this video, if I was a wrestling creator per se, she's probably like been MVP for several people's Rumble in the past. But now there's questions. Does she leave Judgment Day? Because prior to that, she, again, story, eliminated Raquel Rodriguez in the process. She did it with a smile on her face. It's kind of crazy. Did that shit with a smile on her face. She also doesn't have Dirty Dom around. She could just dip from Judgment Day. She could just be like, yo, I was just winning it, and like let Raquel be the evil person, and the whole time she's gaslighting. She could 100% be going for Jade Cargill and trying to bring both titles. We don't know what's gonna happen, and I think that's just the beauty of it. This is definitely in my opinion, was the clear choice to win it. And WWE saw Lemon on the ground, made Lemonade. I don't have any problems with it. It's not necessarily too much to talk about because what's next is really the key. She has easily the most going forth in the future and the mystery around it. And it really stems down to who wins between Stephanie and Raquel. So I'm fucking with it. I fuck with it entirely. She even has ties to the tag. Yeah, this is why I think Liv is like the one for years, if anyone's going to push that take. It's because Liv Morgan has a tie to damn near everything on Monday Night Raw. Like in the most gaslighty way, because at some point you do got to start stretching it. But like she has ties to the tag division and everyone in it, especially Rhea and Io. She obviously has ties to the World Championship. She's Liv Morgan. She has ties to the current feud within the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. And she has ties to the WWE Championship in a real weird way, because every time she pops up over there, she's like, by the way, you suck every fucking time. Io should have won. Fuck it. Yeah, see, Io winning is a fuck it pick. Rhea winning is a fuck it pick. But those things have happened before. And I think we'll find out, especially in the men's conversation, wrestling fans just desire shock value so much to the point where they'll manipulate themselves to thinking that what currently happened wasn't logical. And that's kind of crazy to me. Because I don't know how you're mad. You want someone else to win, that's fine. You want Sol Ruger to win, fine. You want Becky Lynch to win, fine. Tiffany Stratton to win, fine. Honestly, I get it. You wanted Bianca Belair to just, her finger, is she okay? You wanted Bianca Belair to just, her finger in the place and come out there and win, fine. All that shit, fine. Being mad at Liv Morgan winning makes zero sense to me. Shout out to Liv Morgan, man. Definitely deserves it. Yeah, no, she's been MVP of Raw for a long time. Next up, after that.
Oh, man. Oh, boy. 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 Oh, boy.
Gunther versus AJ Styles in, spoiler alert, AJ's gone, man. This is obviously going to piss people off, so I'm just going to go out the limb and say it. I'm an anime fan. I think anime fans are stupid too. Specifically, Naruto fans are really, really, really dumb. Hell, and obviously, I'm a part of the anime fandom and Naruto fandom, so I am also stupid. So I'm saying this from a take one and no one perspective. If you hate Gunther to the point that you think it's bad booking, they got you, man. They got you. Yeah, that's the point. That's the literal point. This is the literal point. You're supposed to actually hate this nigga. You are supposed to genuinely not like him. He is supposed to actually be removing your childhoods, actually be removing people that like you have nostalgia for and all this other stuff. This is just what's supposed to happen. This is the guy that had Cena go. Yeah, anybody that genuinely thought after AJ Styles, who I saw it on Twitter. I didn't even see the full episode. I saw this shit on Twitter. Apparently AJ, oh wow, here it goes, this picture. AJ goes to the ring on SmackDown and he's just like, yeah, man, and after I beat Gunther, I'm gonna wrestle, we can wrestle Shinsuke again. After that, I'm gonna wrestle Rey Mysterio. Why not? Hey, Cena, you wanna come back, gangy? I'm gonna wrestle CM Punk. I'm gonna win a championship. I'm gonna wrestle Finn Balor. You know what I'm saying? Like, he literally like put on a platter that the nigga was gonna get fucking whooped tonight. I'm not gonna lie, of all the people that desire shock value, the second he did that, I said, oh, the nigga lost. it wasn't even halfway shocking. It was just, is he gonna go to sleep? Is he gonna get TKO'd? Is he gonna get like, cause Gunther be winning in every different way. Yeah, no, that shit wasn't surprising. My only criticism is something that happens later in the night. But in terms of AJ and Gunther, I mean, arguably the best match of the night. I think it was. From a quality perspective, I think the most entertaining, honestly, was probably the women's one. The men's one was fun too at the end, but probably the women's one. I don't know yet. But yeah, in terms of quality, definitely best match of the night. It's AJ Styles and Gunther. Shocker. Yeah, I mean, the story was to make people mad and break your heart. AJ even pump faking that he's like fully retired. I don't know if that means he's going to go back and like beg for his career back. I don't know if that means he's going to do shit in TNA. None of my fucking business. But yeah, man, I hope he doesn't just wrestle anyway. That would defeat the point. But maybe in TNA, that's fine. But WWE makes no sense. Also, the ref was like insanely biased. I think he was like AJ's old ref, but the ref was like insanely biased, and that made the match work as well. I do want to shout that out because he literally like isn't like, do you give up, AJ? He's like, come on, AJ, type shit. Like they literally played to your heartstrings, chat. So anybody that's like pissed, good. That's kind of the point. Now, is Hunter's bald ass gonna sit there and go, new era, and maybe do some bullshit in the future? Probably. But the point is, so far with Gunther, I'm not gonna lie, I made the Naruto fan reference earlier, pay it off way too late because, again, I'm also stupid. Subscribe for stupidity. Point is, yeah, Naruto fans are stupid because this is like literally WWE Donzo, dog. Like, he like, not in the sense of impact, but he's just like the guy that you hate so much that you kind of think is a bad character, but then when the series finishes and all of a sudden done, you're gonna be like, God damn, he's actually a really good character. I just hate his fucking guts. Like, he's literally just like the most hateable motherfucker in the longest time, and it's fun to shit on Triple H because, especially what we'll get into later tonight, Triple H does do some bullshit, but he literally is probably successfully the most hateable nigga Triple H has ever been a part of. There you go. So, yeah. Take that. Anyway. Yeah, but Donzo got packed, so someone need to get Gunther out of here. Well, the story is, yeah, someone who's worthy of getting him out of here. There's no way we're doing that already, and he just retired John Cena, and now he's retired AJ Styles. I hate to tell you this, buddy. Anybody who's like, yeah, Gunther got to lose, you're not getting that for a calendar year, dog. You're not getting that for a calendar year. Anyway, the next match. This match, I don't have much to say because I'm going to be painfully honest. Philly the Kid, appreciate the sub. I'm going to be very honest with y'all. And it's not a bad thing when I say this, like at all. This shit was an ass whooping, dog. This was buns? No, I don't think it was ass. It was an ass whooping. I think there's a difference. If it was bad, it'd be like boring as shit, uneventful, plus predictable, plus, oh God, it's typical this, typical that. No. This was an ass whooping. Like I don't even remember. He probably did hit one. I don't even remember a haluva kick, dog. I really don't. Drew beat all fuck out of Sami Zayn. Like it was pretty crazy. And maybe I'm a demented fuck. I like the fact that he did that. I actually like the fact that he did that. You see, when niggas like Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes hold a specific belt for so long, you kind of get the idea that, okay, that's the, as Roman said, main title. So when one of them are no longer champion, it's like, okay, the title has devalued. Until this motherfucker just eviscerates the next person that challenged him. So I'm all for it. Drew later goes on to have even more fun that night. I think Drew McIntyre is arguably MVP of the entire brand, technically. In a weird way. Brand, I mean Royal Rumble. But in a weird way, regardless of that fact. You know, this match, I'm not going to sit there and say it was the craziest thing, no, I promise you, if you rewatch it, Drew just beat the shit out of Sami Zayn for like 10 minutes straight. It was bad. I genuinely, maybe a haluva kick was hit. I don't remember a haluva kick being hit. He just beat the fuck out of him, bro. He was slapping that nigga up. I thought it was gonna be a TKO at one point. Oh, I did also think that they were gonna TKO AJ at one point too with them chops. But yeah, he got all hell beat out. I mean, look at him. He don't even look like he went through the biggest match of his life. He just sitting there pissed. And I knew Drew was gonna win, given the fact that given the fact that it was A, his first match, B, they kept pushing the undefeated thing. But damn, I didn't see that coming. That was probably shocker of the night more than anything, because I definitely thought they would like glaze Sami to not winning, but like almost win, and Drew would have to like kick him in the dick or some shit. But nah, Drew just put belt to ass. Now, the men's Royal Rumble. This is where all the controversy on Twitter is, because in my opinion, this is where a lot of wrestling fans' peak nostalgia versus favorites are in. Therefore, the most bias is caused. I'm just calling the shit for what it is, man. Like, hey, look, I'm not a wrestling fan. You niggas bar me from talking about it. You know what I'm gonna do? Still watch. I don't give a shit. But I'm just calling y'all out for what it is, man. Yeah, the biases are nasty in this goddamn community, bro. It's just flagrant hypocrisy and contradictions for I want blank to win. Speaking of I want blank to win, I hope it wasn't Braun Breaker. I hope you didn't want Braun Breaker. I hope you didn't want Braun Breaker to win. Holy fuck. I mean, off rip. So apparently, yeah, this went viral. So apparently during some Fraxium match, yeah, I know about Fraxium. I ain't that stupid. Apparently Fraxium had a match on SmackDown or some shit, and this overlay got popped up. And they had like a whole segment with Paul Heyman trying to make up for it or whatever the case may be, all to put the nigga at 2 anyway. So that told me this was probably the spot regardless. So now shit was going to change. They just did it just to fake you out and reveal who number 2 was going to be. Number 2 was the guy that I ain't gonna lie, I knew weren't going to win, but I was rooting for. I ain't gonna lie. Number 2 was Big Boy. Oh, I was rooting for him, man. And look, let me tell you something now. I have never seen a full Obafemi match outside of Cody Rhodes versus Obafemi, dog. Why are you saying that, Sage? I now devalue your opinion. No. I say that to say what I've been teasing this entire time about wrestling fans being stupid and biased. Any motherfucker who thinks Obafemi was fumbled, not pushed, irrelevant, this, that, and the third because he didn't win the Royal Rumble, I mean this from the bottom of my balls, you might actually be sped. You are an actual crayon eater. You are an actual idiot. I've never seen this nigga wrestle a full start to finish match a day in my life, and I know this nigga's big time box office, dog. Based on literal Twitter and what he did in the Rumble. This nigga packed up 5 people after vacating the title and got eliminated by Brock Lesnar. Now, I'm trying to stay in order, but let's just speed run to what I think was the most egregious shit of the goddamn night. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Brock Lesnar, look, I'm not even saying this from a woke take from the what he's done off. I'm not even doing that, like, because you know people hate Brock Lesnar for obvious shit. I'm speaking strictly from a wrestling perspective. This nigga has been kind of a terrorist, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's been bad. I don't think one thing that's good that he's been a part of has been good in the past calendar year. He popped up, beat the shit out of John Cena, and never got seen again. Why? I'm not even trolling. He just beats up. He just beats the shit out of John, and then that's it. And we're like, okay. I've seen some people try to say, well, the reason is because when someone actually beats Brock Lesnar, then it's gonna put them. But nobody's gonna remember the John Cena thing. We've already forgot the John Cena thing. I brought the shit up because, again, I'm like technically the guy that will sit there and yap to chat about it, but I'm not even like a pro guy. Then we gotta talk about the fact that he was in the War Games match or some shit just cause Zybes, which didn't bother me too much, but it was just cause Zybes. Fast forward to the Royal Rumble. He pulls up, and contrary to what y'all are going to say, he had to continue the one thing we know about Brock Lesnar. Who's number one in this match? What was his skin color? Nah. You said he's a ruler, so that means champion of sorts. Nah. Get that champion out of here. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the meme lives. Brock Lesnar, literally, if you're a black champion, you're getting brocked. That's not even an opinion. He's beaten every black champion. That's a fact. It's actually funny as fuck. But furthermore, prior to that, a spot that's kind of nitpicky. It's a little nerdy, but even for me, I was like, was when he had it was Ilya in the corner, and Ilya's just bing, chopping the shit. And he just got mad and threw Ilya out the ring. The problem is, wasn't Ilya, and y'all told me this, chat. I didn't watch this. Y'all told me Ilya was doing the Cena Open Challenge shit like as good as Cena was and shit, or if not even better. So you just did that shit with that motherfucker. Why he getting bitched like those? I get he Brock Lesnar, but damn. Ain't Ilya's whole thing is he's a mad dragon, so like you hit him and he's the type of nigga to be like, more. Like, ain't that his whole gimmick? So why the fuck he getting one shot out of here by Brock Lesnar? Ilya's peak. It went toe-to-toe with Gunther. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ain't that his whole thing? So yeah, that's weird. I thought that was weird. Ilya isn't champion anymore. That's Melo. I do know Melo won, but still, it didn't really change the character. It's been like, what, 2 months max? It ain't really the character. I mean, you see people in chat saying he's an animal and shit. I think Brock Lesnar's things have just been bad. I mean, even the elimination of Lesnar, which takes me to talking point number 2. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna do it often in this video, but it has to apply for this guy. It just has to. Sorry, editor, you gotta do a little bit of work, man. But trust me, they'll get it. Editor, don't cut this part out. Trust. Do not cut this part out. Look, man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell the truest story. It's not even a story. I know somebody whose favorite wrestler is Jey Uso. Genuinely. Someone he's like Jey since the Usos were a thing, but then he's like Jey, especially since Roman was say your brother, say your bitch ass brother. All right, man, all right. Like since right hand man. Like since right hand man Roman Reigns, what the hell is wrong with you? Bullying, manipulative version of Jey. Like he's like Jey since then. We go to a show. I'm not gonna lie, you're not gonna like this because we're culture. But when you're in the arena, all you niggas that say Jey sucks, you hate Jey or whatever the case may be, when you're around having a good time and 1,000 people are dancing to one song, you're not gonna. Odds are, at least, you're not gonna be the one guy in the room and you're just like, Jey sucks. Like, it doesn't happen. I know that for a fact because the people around me at that match were sitting there saying, you like Jey the most? And then Jey comes out. Like, you know, I'm telling you, man. It's like, I don't believe he gets all fair criticism. Now, with all that being said,
last night was some bullshit.
Nah. With all that being said, and I do mean all of that being said, last night was some bullshit. The nigga comes out, interrupts a Brock Lesnar elimination, which was kind of, at best, a botch of timing. I don't think Brock Lesnar's elimination was out, but I think they also, micro nitpick, but it was like fast paced, like 20-second intervals. Anyway, either the fuck way. Yeah, so he comes out, ruins Brock Lesnar's elimination, which, whatever. Some people are going to say good because fuck them. Others are going to just be like, shrug shoulder. Doesn't really matter to me too much. It was just weird. No, it was kind of weird. It was very weird. I'm not even going to say kind of. It was very weird. But then you move on past it after head scratcher. He comes in, does like 2 moves, goes back, runs it back. At this moment in time, if WWE really wanted to either if WWE really wanted to put Jey in a sink or swim moment, someone throws him over the rope right here and there. I'm not even trolling. I thought that was the spot. I thought he was going to go like this. He's going to get on the top rope and yeet, and someone was going, ooh. And once that happened, that nigga was going to crash the fuck out. I thought that was the spot. I'm not going to lie. I thought that was the spot. So it would have been a sink or swim thing, because obviously if Jey just goes off and then the next day he's back to yeeting and shit, then I mean, yeah, you probably sink. But it also could have made him look comedic, and I think they respect Jey too much to make him like a comedic act. But that's kind of the issue with Jey tonight, and why I think last night was bullshit, because he kind of was a gimmick character. I'm not gonna lie. This was vintage ICW, IWC, whatever the fuck. It's IWC, Internet Wrestling Community. Yeah, it's IWC. Whatever your biggest Jey hater feels about Jey Uso, calling him Yeet Man, this was like peak Yeet Man. He literally came out there, did his entrance, ran it back, looked like in the match, didn't do that much. He speared Roman Reigns at one point, but then Roman Reigns packed him the fuck up. After he tried to get Roman Reigns to dance with him and then got smacked by Roman Reigns and then worked with Roman Reigns. So, yeah, I look, I don't hate Jey. I'm not you niggas that hate Jey. I promise you, I have more than 5 brain cells to comprehend the fact that you niggas built him up and now you hate him more than you liked him. But no, last night was some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. Last night was some bullshit. That weren't. I was like, damn, what the fuck? It was like a cracked up Santino was in the match. You know, that was weird. Now someone who was a pleasant, not really surprised. Well, I guess kind of surprised. You didn't know it, but you had a feeling. With everybody saying L.A. Knight. L.A. Knight was fun. The second Braun Breaker wasn't there, you knew the odds that he was going to be the guy to wipe out the Vision. And at this point, some people would have preferred this. He doesn't win, spoilers. I don't have a problem with him not winning. I would have had a problem if he didn't eliminate the Vision. He eliminated the Vision. I see no problem with L.A. Knight at all. I think he was booked fairly well. The only one that got by was Logan Paul. And Logan Paul was just a matter of like being a little Weasley motherfucker in the sense of, could you imagine if Logan Paul, like, that's about it. It doesn't really, whatever. And I typically think that, and I think most even nerdy wrestling fans would say, doesn't the Final Four like signal like we fucks with you, gangy? It's obvious they fuck with Logan Paul. We ain't gotta like Logan Paul, but yeah, it's obvious they fuck with Logan Paul. They gave him a United States Championship, had him be strong within the process. Wasn't he beating the shit out of Ray at one point? Now he's in the Vision. He's been a Final Four, I believe, twice. It's obvious they fuck with him. It's not a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal that Logan Paul is just surviving because he's like some Weasley motherfucker. But you don't like Logan Paul? I'm not trying to sound robotic because there's such thing as bad heels that also get booed, but damn it. Kind of the point. Anyway, with LA Knight, yeah, I mean, it's fine. He's going to come back. He still has a problem with the Vision. He didn't win the Royal Rumble. My only concern is you bring him back. You have him look strong. Is he still going to do nothing? If he still does nothing, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's kind of like the inverse of Bronson Reed, as someone mentioned up. Not necessarily for the reason that they might be inferring to, but you had Bronson Reed beat up Roman Reigns, who we'll talk about in a second. And it was over like shoes or some shit, right? And then he just goes back to being Braun Breaker's background character. So it's just weird. It's just weird with stuff like that. And yeah, he is a heel. So again, it's not a matter of just heels are hateable and that's good. No, Bronson Reed I feel like is being somewhat mismanaged. Tribal thief. Yeah, tribal, that does ring a bell. Tribal thief. Yeah, he stole the nigga's shoes. He was walking around with his shoes. They had a feud for the shoes. Roman got the shoes back. But then like Roman, then he beat Roman just in a clean match, I think. But yeah, this shit was crazy. Anyway, what else? So we have oh yeah, last thing. And this is why I say the match has a lot of issues. Hunter is not free from everything. Because I think, and I told you all, I was gonna say it's the biggest mistake of the night if it happens. The biggest mistake of the night, easily, this nigga even showing up in the goddamn match. Because why? You told me that Finn, you have so many other people in the back, like a Kit Wilson, who now I think about it would have made more sense for the Ilya spot. You have so many people that wasn't in the match. You want to show love to AAA? Fine. I do know that, hey, let's just call it what it is. Some people who are America are going to get that shit off about all the luchadors and lucha libre contestants, let alone the AAA. I know some people are going to get that shit off. I would just say that I do think they had to do 2 El Grande Americanos. But regardless of the fact, I know some people are going to get that shit off. But we could talk about wasted spots all day. This nigga getting a Rumble spot genuinely doesn't make any sense outside if he said he was going to.
Because he already beat AJ. So he was just here just to fake me out when nobody thought he was gonna win. The nigga limped to the ring. If he had won, it'd have been really, really, really bad. At that point, yeah. Cause I already have a friend that that she's like omni casual with WWE. She literally only comes by when we doing like the Royal Rumble and stuff like that with the gangies. She thinks that nigga had to have sucked someone's dick because she can't stand that he beat Randy Orton, eliminated Randy Orton tonight, beat AJ Styles, retired John Cena. She can't stand. She hate that nigga. She hate that. She hates this nigga. So I'd have been on her side if this nigga actually won the Royal Rumble, but I didn't want him in the Rumble to begin with. I feel like it was just such a wasted spot there. Like a lot of other wasted spots. If you want to argue that Dragon Lee shouldn't have got some, or whatever the case may be, pros and cons, right? You have your Kiana James spots where, say, Kiana James didn't get a pop-off rip, but she did cool shit in the match, and everybody might fuck with Kiana James now. So it's a pros and cons thing of having questionable spots, you know what I mean? Type shit, things of that nature. Now let's talk about the elephant in the motherfucking room. Or the 2 elephants in the motherfucking rooms. First elephant. Cody Rhodes tries to go, what is it, 4 or 5? Actually looked like he was going to do it for a long, long, long time. A long, long, long time. I mean, you got Trick and Javon Evans going to motherfucking war in there. Obafemi doing Oba shit. Brock Lesnar doing Brock shit. All this stuff. And Cody Rhodes looks like, it's looking like Cody Rhodes. Okay, he's just unstoppable tonight. It is what it is. Then Fatu ass walking this motherfucker. And shit goes instantaneously left. I mean, holy fuck. Then Cody, he's about to get back. Like, this isn't someone threw him over the top. Cody is just eliminating, I believe, Fatu. I forgot who. He just packed somebody up and he's getting back in the ring. And this nigga, Drew McIntyre, out of nowhere, just feet to the nigga head, gets him out of here. I just think for people that have issues with the winner, the second elephant, your fear of a potential rematch of a WrestleMania main event, that's not only unfair hate, but you're actually kind of dumb, my nigga. There is no way that's the plan, buddy. There's no way. There's actually no way. There's actually no way that's the plan. This nigga literally, chat, y'all told me, so correct me if I'm the fuck wrong right now, but I'm going based off of chat. Chat told me he's not allowed to get a title match outside of the Rumble, and I would presume the Chamber. But he's not allowed to just run up to Drew and get a rematch. That's what happened, right? Just double checking before I continue talking. He's not allowed to do that. Correct, cool. So he's not allowed to do that shit. Process of elimination. If he cannot go, if Cody Rhodes cannot be champion prior to WrestleMania, I don't know how the fuck you niggas are so mad that someone else didn't win because you think they're gonna run a rematch at WrestleMania. Gangy, mild spoilers, there is no way they're doing that shit. Literally none. Literally none. It's genuinely impossible. He will not be the champion prior to WrestleMania. He can't be. He dead ass can't be. What was Cody Rhodes the type of nigga just be like, fuck it, let me go to World Heavyweight real quick? Now, if he wins the Chamber, cool. He'll be challenging for it. I don't think the winner of the Rumble will win the belt before WrestleMania either. So yeah, doesn't make sense. I think that criticism is just, I mean, we can have criticisms about the winner right now, but objectively speaking, that criticism specifically is just actually stupid. Just like, it's actually dumb. Anyway, the winner is Roman Reigns. Brock did it before. The winner is Roman Reigns. Now, with Roman Reigns winning, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I also thought this was the one that just shrugged shoulders makes sense. Because you have the people that somehow think that he's going to fight fucking Cody again. You have somebody who's literally they're going to do the Brock thing again. I think it's pretty fair. The guy that looked at both the champions said, should look better on my shoulders. Which one, dude? Nah. I think it's clear. Him alongside a story with Jey, that nigga's definitely going after CM Punk, in my opinion. Just gonna spoil that for you. In regards to Roman Reigns winning a Royal Rumble, should have been Oba, should have been Trick, should have been Javon, should have been all these other people. Again, and I need to say this with a full screen, with the lights on. We can always say the young guy should have won. We can always say someone else should have won. As long as it doesn't make zero sense, though, in a
Royal Rumble match where the winner gets to main event WrestleMania for a title shot.
I think it's fair to say, correct me the fuck if I'm wrong, that yeah, gangy, a lot of people got a good point to win the fucking match. I don't know. I think it's just because, again, with the guy side, with the women's side, let's just call the shit for what it is. With the women's side, a lot of people give that like that nourishment to women's division because they've been balling for a brick now, and then obviously they have decades of being hoed and doing like bikini matches and bullshit. And we're so far past that misogynistic bullshit now. So now we're at the point where everyone adores damn near every woman to the point where it's like, okay, cool. Like I don't have to be this absurdly biased and emotional to it. With the men's, all the opinions I see is either nostalgia versus next gen shit, and nobody ever is making sense. Nobody's making any goddamn sense, bro. So some nigga will sit there and be like, yeah, I want build up. Roman doesn't have build up, but I wanted Obafemi to win. What the fuck are you talking about? And then some other person will go, yeah, man, I need the best story possible. I need the most build up possible. You know what I'm saying? I really wish Chris Jericho. What the What are you talking about? What are we actually talking about? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? So it's just like that's to me where I've realized the main lesson from tonight is nobody's gonna be happy with any Royal Rumble winner, but more importantly, this fan base is just. I will always stay to be a wrestling casual because I do not want to turn into you niggas. Now, far as what could happen with Roman Reigns personally, I mean, I think it's fair. I've already said it a couple of times. I think he's gonna go to CM Punk because he was very ambiguous about which title he was talking about. Also, doesn't like CM Punk that much. I think he's actually going to beat CM Punk, and then he's going to very much meme, troll, manipulate, gaslight, whatever, Jey Uso again. Now, the only con about that is if they're going to go with the Bloodline story part 2 versus just making this about Jey. I don't need a Bloodline Saga 2. I want just a Jey Uso stop being Yeet Man story to be born. That's what I prefer to be here. I don't think it's productive if Roman goes to the WrestleMania. He could also just lose and Jey cost him or some shit. That'd be cool. But yeah, I don't want a situation where it's a new tribal chief or something like, you know, I just want this to be about developing Jey, putting Roman to the title that he's called irrelevant, and most importantly, hopefully, getting this nigga back consistently. That's the main thing. Like, there's criticisms to Roman Reigns winning the Rumble, but a lot of the criticisms that I see are just stupid. But like the criticisms to Roman Reigns winning the Rumble are there. 1, are you going to repeat the Bloodline Saga for the 3rd time? 2, is he even going to fucking be there? Those are 2 very, 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 very good concerns.
But niggas that are going, hold on, I'm gonna scroll up because I saw someone highlight something. He loses the division all year. He loses the bronze in the division. Doesn't show up the month. Doesn't show up for anything announcement. But now he'll be main eventing for the 11th time. Yeah, he's Roman Reigns, dog. I tell you. It's again, like, it's almost like we forget the principle of what a Royal Rumble is. The winner gets a chance to go to WrestleMania. Anybody can win the bitch. Last year, Yeet Man won the bitch. Last year, so anybody can win the Royal Rumble at any given time. It's not even just essentially about build-up. It's also about opportunity. It's one of those things where a story can be enacted upon or even birthed. And let me say that again, because I feel like we forget that. Stories can be born at the Rumble. Hi. But unfortunately, we don't get that. But no, I do have concerns about Roman winning the bitch. And I think the two are, is he actually going to be there? And please do not do this godforsaken Jey Uso turns bad, kicks Roman in the face. He's the new NTC, and then Roman has to beat up the NTC. Please, for the love of Lord, don't fucking do that shit. All I want is Roman to fucking, like, it won't be bad because it's different with Jey a bit, but I don't want an NTC Jey Uso. What I want is Roman to be like, yo, what the fuck have you turned into? And Jey to wake up because of that. Now, if he goes to the mid card, the tag division again, that's none of that. Also, do I believe in a new era? Triple H? No. But that's my concerns. But my concerns being based off Obafemi didn't win, Randy Orton didn't win. All these, like, there's multiple people that could have won this match. I think that's the part that's, like, kind of frustrating and why, like, I'm questioning genuine wrestling fans' intellect is because you could list down everybody, and where we get lazy writing really stems from people that just have, like, literally zero narrative implication, as well as already had the opportunity, A, or B, zero narrative implication. You're not even a box office guy. And, how do I even say this? It's too soon. You don't have narrative. You're not even that good or popular. Yeah. Like it's hard for me to find, like, let me just list names. It's easier to explain it this way. So boom, like we can go down this rabbit hole because this is what I'm trying to get off, and I'm not explaining it correctly. So Randy Orton, boom. Could Randy Orton win the Rumble? Yes. Duh. Why? Cody Rhodes is feuding for the title. Hates Randy Orton. Fuck it. I mean, hates Drew McIntyre. Fuck it. Most importantly,
He's Randy Orton!
next. Like it just we could do this with, look, I disagree with it. We could do this with Gunther. Why? Nigga retired Tina. He then retired AJ Styles same night. He's just unstoppable. Like it's like, holy shit, we forget the premise of the Royal Rumble because we're trying to be fucking authors, and some of you niggas are dumb. So it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. The premise of a fucking Royal Rumble is anybody can win the bitch given the opportunity. It's not a birthright for NXT to win the Royal Rumble, and it's also not a foregone conclusion that you have to be John Cena, The Rock, Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, or in the women's case, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, AJ Lee to win the. But no, it's an opportunistic mechanism to start a championship storyline. I don't know how y'all don't get that shit. But the worst part is maybe y'all do, but y'all just don't want to admit y'all biased, bruh. Just say straight up. Just say straight up, gang. I wanted fucking Kid Wilson to win or something. Okay, no, seriously, that's weird. Why was Kid Wilson not in the match? Isn't he like one of the most pop trending things right now? His whole theme song. Why wasn't he in the bitch? I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of crazy. Newsflash, niggas is biased. Yeah, but again, like in anime, niggas that say that shit with a Luffy account. Niggas that say that shit with Son Gohan Stan 242 will sit there and be like, Gohan should be the main character. These niggas are trying to teach media literacy while simultaneously acting like they're not biased. That's just ridiculous to me. That's just crazy to me. I kind of want Obafemi to win. I did want Obafemi to win. I understand. I'm really going to rip the Band-Aid off. Most of the bullshit that we're seeing on Twitter from people that don't like it wanted Sol Ruka and Obafemi to win. Which, hot take, one, shock value for the sake of shock value isn't good. And two, and more importantly, the Royal Rumble isn't the NXT push button show. I'm just gonna go out there and really hurt feelings because niggas don't want to hear it. But three, and most importantly, Kang, Oba backed up 5 niggas, including Braun Breaker, and it took Brock Lesnar, which Brock Lesnar, but it took Brock Lesnar to pack him up. Sol Ruka made the fucking final 3 after beating fucking Bayley at John Cena's
retirement match.
I don't know how you niggas, and this is why I say y'all gotta be biased, because I haven't seen them wrestle a full match in my life, except for the Sol Ruka John Cena night, and which also featured Obafemi. Those are the only 2 matches I've seen from either of the 2. I am the casual that you niggas are trying to play Superman for, and you niggas are trying to tell casuals, yeah, man, they ruined it. They didn't ruin shit. You niggas just want them to have everything. That's all it is. They're gonna get their time. Holy shit. Holy shit. They're going to win championships. They're going to get their I promise to God, Sol Ruka will hold a title soon. I promise to God, Obafemi didn't go to WrestleMania in his first appearance on the shit. He's going to get a title soon. Holy fuck, man. God damn. Stephanie Von Cara is already a champion. Tiffany Stratton is already a champion. Dog, relax. Holy shit. But yeah, so what is this video for? One, I watched the Royal Rumble. I had fun. Do I think it's the greatest Royal Rumble of all time? Hell no. It was genuinely some head scratcher shit in that men's Royal Rumble. But it was fun. I had a good time. Two, and more importantly, yeah, I've really learned today. Yeah, wrestling fans, man. Yeah, they're. I'm not the smartest crayon, not the sharpest crayon. See, I already fucked it up. Kind of stupid. Y'all kind of crazy. And I'm saying that as a nigga that talks to anime fans 24/7. You niggas are kind of stupid, man. Take care, stay blessed. Oh yeah, the Hobbs guy. Is he him? I don't know. Yeah, his I'm not gonna lie. I never heard of him a day in my life. He was this big black ass dude that kind of got ruined because Obafemi. There's too many imposing niggas in the men's Royal Rumble. That kind of like ruined it. Like he was like a shrug shoulder to me. Yeah, he seemed just there. Yeah, it was like you already have Oba there. I think Oba was still in the ring. You had Brock. I'm pretty sure Brock was still in the ring. So it was just like you got like 4 of these niggas, and you know how Hunter feel about Damian Priest. So like 5 of these niggas, in the ring that are known to put belt to ass. And the guy whose name I don't know, I'm supposed to be impressed with. Yeah, it's cool. Oba getting eliminated by an aging Brock Lesnar who barely comes to work. There's 2 words in that sentence that kind of fuck it up for you, twin. Regardless of the fact that he's aging. Regardless of the fact he barely comes to work.
He's Brock Lesnar!
Holy. Bro, you can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up, bro. Golly. But yeah, what happened to Gunther versus Brock? Weren't they supposed to do that? Are they going to give that up, or are they doing Oba versus Brock? Because now I don't know. Brock is a rapist? Oh, that's fine. You don't fuck with Brock? Okay. I don't give a shit about Brock Lesnar enough. How about fuck Brock Lesnar? I don't give a shit about Brock enough. Think y'all, see, there you go. Say cheese, holy shit. There we go, proof, 4K. Anybody that disagrees with me in the comment section, video over, 4K. That's proof. That's proof I'm not just shouting bullshit. Niggas is biased. Niggas like, man, fuck you just don't like Brock Lesnar. And that's fine. If people just admitted they were biased, the world would be easier. I say all the time, Gojo's my glorious king. Goku's my glorious king. Ned is my glorious king.
You touch him, I'm gonna kill you. I'm an anime guy. I'm making anime references. I say this shit all the time. I say Seth Rollins is my GOAT for wrestling fans. So if Seth was in this bitch, I was saying Seth was gonna win. I know I'm biased. Niggas don't want to admit they biased, and that's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Gunther for sure taking out Brock next? Yeah, it's either Gunther or Brock. Gunther or Oba going against that nigga, for sure. Where's Oba gonna go? Because I got Roman going to Raw. I don't think Raw need Roman and Oba. It's been confirmed Raw. I mean, it's not bad, but I think SmackDown need that nigga, dog. Because who's main event on SmackDown? Cody, Drew. I guess when KO come back, if that's a thing. Dominic should retire, Ray. Yeah, that's the one person I don't want Gunther to retire. Yeah, I don't want Gunther to retire, Ray. That has to be him. Fatu. Yeah, they kind of got. I mean, they are getting kind of serious with him, but they gotta get real serious with pushing Fatu for it to work. What's your favorite Royal Rumble? I have no idea, Gangy. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a lot of Royal Rumbles. Again, I'm a casual. I don't have this shit by the year. It's just I find it ironic. Y'all be like making arguments to protect like casuals like myself. The casual will tell you, oh no, Oba's him. I fuck with Oba. Like literally the same person that like the girl that barely watches wrestling, but outside of with the group, and she was like, oh yeah, I don't like Gunther. Her second takeaway from the show was, who's Oba Femi? And dancing with him. Oh my God, it just hit me like a truck. Like she was like, who's that? 6'6", 320. Damn. Like she literally bought in. She's bought in. But you niggas, they wasted him. That doesn't make sense. I promise you. It's not real life. I promise you it's not real life. We see Sol Ruka jumping off the fucking ropes, hitting fucking somersaults. She didn't win. I promise you niggas are like, who the fuck is this surfer chick still doing RKOs off the top rope? You niggas are crazy. You niggas are crazy. Yo, when Braun Breaker ran down that ramp and speared all out Carlito, I promise you, niggas was like, who the fuck is that? It's not that hard. It's genuinely not that hard. Holy shit, man. Hey, take care, stay blessed. This was more so a rant against dumbass wrestling fans. I am a fan of wrestling. I'm not going to claim to be a wrestling fan, though. I watch the shit very casually. So if you want to take away my credibility, power to you, dog. But yeah, you niggas are dumb.